We are live, guys. I'm Sam, Mr. Blitztech.
Raven GS.
Jay, 1/3 of the Cybernods.
And guys, if you don't know what's happening right about now, we're coming to LA. That's right.
It looks like you're in LA already, fam.
I'm trying to be, you know.
This shirt is burning my retinas, bro. My retinas are burning looking at this thing, bro.
Yo.
Guys, I want to bring the colour to you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, whoa.
The colour. All the colours. LA. From the 7th to the 11th. Can I get a motive, please? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't go to America often, but when we're trying to meet, not family, the community, you know what I'm saying? Community. You, man. We gotta get a motive. Gotta get a motive out here.
He said, "Hey, man, Sam's acted like, bro." Sam got motives already, you know.
He's got plans on plans on plans.
I've never been to USA before, so guys, this is gonna be like a one hell of a trip.
Oh, this is gonna be your first trip.
My first, yeah. That's what I'm saying. So
Breaking Bad Virginia out there, yo, it's gonna be crazy.
Listen, I know it's gonna be mad, isn't it? I already know it's gonna be mad. And look, listen, it's Sam's first trip to the States. Like, if you wanted more reason, like, yo, my three favorite nerds, I've been watching them for years. I always wanted to watch a movie with them. I always wanted to hang out with them. All of these opportunities are presented to you right now. But it's also Sam's first time, so you just know the cosmic forces are gonna be mad. And he's wearing this shirt. Like, it's crazy. Bruv, it's gonna be man.
You know what I'm saying? Why would you not want to come meet us? We would definitely want to come meet you. So make sure, like I said, bring the motive. That's all I've got to say.
Yeah,
I haven't said anything else.
Sam's gonna be getting babed, you know. I still remember that.
Oh yeah,
Sam's gonna be getting babed. Sam's gonna be getting babed. It's gonna be crazy. Listen, I just need the rose petals at my feet. You get me? African King style. That's all I need.
Man's putting some serious intro at LAX, boy. Yo, escort and all sorts, bro.
I don't know how they're gonna let us through security. To be honest, I'm just.
They're gonna have to.
They ain't stopping Sam. Oh, it's bad.
But guys, yeah, man, it's about to be lit. We're coming. It's about to be reloaded. So make sure you bring the most. And yeah, man, come welcome us still. And on that note, enjoy the video.
We are live.
We are live.
We are live.
Did I say welcome to the main event?
Run that thing, bro. You mad?
Oh, man.
Behave before you talk about what I'm talking about, yeah? We are live, guys. I'm Sam, Mr. Blitztech.
Raven GS.
Jay, 1/3 of the Cybernods.
And yes, it's that time. We're about to break down, discuss, and everything else in life for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. So, if you haven't already, be prepared for major spoilers. But I'm guessing you already watched the movie by this time, so it's fine. Any spoilers?
Is there major spoilers? Did someone die?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Did anyone die?
No one dies.
No one dies.
Adam's mum dies.
Who?
Adam's mum.
Oh.
No one cares about her.
Yeah, she was kinda annoying.
You cared about her. No. Exactly. No one cared about her. No major spoilers, man. But I was, for me, like, hey.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I ain't gonna lie. It got me. They got me. You know what it is? You know what this makes me feel like? You know when we first watched Captain America and I didn't bang with it? Then Winter Soldier came and I was like, you got me. Like, it feels like the same thing with the third. It only took us 3 movies to get there.
What? No.
Not that, bro. For me, I didn't really care for Guardians like that.
Okay.
I didn't really care about Guardians like that. I watched Guardians every now and again, I put in the background. I didn't have a problem with Guardians. I just didn't care for it like that. And even with saying that, I was thinking to myself, Rob, was I being spoiled with other Marvel glamorous stuff that I kind of just brushed this? This was like it's okay for me. Do you know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with it. There's some characters I like, but if you tell me about Guardians, I'd be like, it's Guardians, yeah. But this one brought it home for me. This is the Guardian, yeah. James Harden.
James Harden. Hey, we're deep in playoff season, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry. The NBA playoffs are everywhere, fam. They're everywhere.
That guy misses.
Hey! James Gunn wouldn't have got bounced in the second round of the playoffs.
Hey, don't leave me hanging, fam.
Bruv, I've got a cramp off that. What?
Mr.
James Gunn's going to the Eastern Conference Finals, baby! Yo, I'm done with you, man, you know.
Wait, is this what happens when we start playing NBA in the studio?
Bruv.
Mr. Blistead, yo! Hey, we converted, man, you know. We converted him. Oh, my days, yeah. James Gunn, sir. Well done. Yo, you didn't have to go hard like that, but you needed to go hard like that.
Bruv,
thank you.
Me, personally, I totally disagree. For me, I'm more with Raven sentiments. Like, you guys know I hate fun. So and I've been waiting for Guardians to get to this point where we focus on Rocket. And for me, it's like, bruv, I really believe if we flipped this whole trilogy around and started with the focus on Rocket, even though people are going to say this is one of the best trilogies in the MCU, I think this trilogy could have been heightened even more if the focus on Rocket's emotional story started and then led into, in the final, we're doing the stuff that they did with Peter in the first movie, bruv. Like, I think that would have worked way better. And I've been saying this since the beginning, like, since you meet Rocket Raccoon, in the first Guardians, he's the most interesting character. He's the character that we want to know the most about. There's the most mystery around him. And I get you. I hear everyone's going to be like, but we led to it. And it did, bruv. It provides a good finale. But I think that it might have made 3 stronger movies if they flipped the narrative round. And it's like, I really like the third one. The third one's my favourite. I think the first one's, universally everyone loves it. I just think it's good. And the second one's dead. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think that this is a very good close to this trilogy, and it's exactly the MCU movie we needed in the current MCU crisis that we're in.
Right. Ooh, man.
Bruv.
I think that even heightens everything, bro.
No, it heightens everything. And the thing for me is it's like, it's upsetting, and I feel like Marvel need to just really look at this and understand that one of the directors that you had from the original lineup of movies is the guy who is shelled it in Phase 5 and has already departed and has turned the tide of the DC universe currently. Now, that's not to say James, like, we all need James. Firstly, we all do need James Gunn, but I'm not saying that Marvel go back and get James Gunn, but you have to understand that when you're letting these directors actually do the stories they want to do, you're letting them have the creativity they want to have, and reining back some of the, how do I say, propaganda, like you're putting in the movies. And it's like, when it comes to like politics and stuff like that, it's cool. It's always been in movies. Right. I'm not saying you disappear it from movies, but bruv, you got to be like James Gunn, bruv. Yeah. You got to be able to tell a narrative story, have good action, have it say something without it feeling like I'm getting beat over the back of the head with a club and you're trying to, you know what I'm saying, trying to get something, a message imprinted on, man. So
when the focal point of your movie is that, then you go away from making good movies, great movies.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Because like, bro, it's based on comics. Comics always got these things in it. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing crazy if there is stuff in there. Like, bro, if you've been reading comics, you know these things been there. It's when you start shying away from telling the story, the characters, and you're focused on that, then we find ourselves in the situation that we are today.
Yeah. Wait, how do I follow up them two?
But why is your nose already sweating?
Because it's sweating here, you know what I'm saying? Real hot. But yeah, man, 1 in 3, best Guardians there is. Yeah, man, like I say, like, it does highlight the talent you put behind the movie. And it kind of goes to show, like, what makes the best movies. Like, for me, I think even since maybe Phase 4,
where we
after Endgame.
Go on.
Like, this is, like, we have to go back to that. And, boy.
Oh, to think about the next good movies since then.
Since, the writers, the director who's now left, like, the talent, everything. Because obviously, like, you got the guys in front of the screen, but they're only following the direction that they've been told by was written or was directed. Because obviously everyone that's acted in the movie did a brilliant job and they've been
100%.
doing a good job. But then they also highlights the movie itself also is pretty good because what the people behind said movie as well. So, bro, like the movie for me, this is my favorite Guardians, super legit movie, and yeah, man, this has got a bit of everything.
It's the consistency, bro. I think it's the consistency. Even with Guardians 2, let's say being a step down from Guardians 1, it's like you know that this has been one team working together, direct like one direction, knowing what's popping and where it's gonna go, and it's like. That was my saddest takeaway from the end of this movie. Like, because obviously someone like Batista said that it's the last time he's going to play the role. And I know actors shouldn't be talking themselves out of jobs.
Should have not reminded me of
yeah, but
that,
the thing is...
oh my God,
see,
my
and the thing
mind
is,
was going nuts,
with Zoe Saldana and all of them, well, and whoever's saying that, or even if they're feeling it and not saying it, I understand it because they're watching and now they've seen Chris Evans and all of these lot, like, retire these characters and move on, and they're seeing that the new projects aren't hitting maybe as hard, but I would say that it's not necessarily like you've got to jump ships and you've got to run away. It's just like you kind of got to talk to Marvel about, you know, staying honest and staying true to like the principles and the ideologies they had when they first started, and that's a big task, and as an actor that really shouldn't be your job, but at the same time when you've created a universe like this together, collectively. This is not just Kevin Feige's universe, bro. All of the actors, all of the directors, all the...
writers.
Yeah, man. You, man, have got to... I mean, if you want it to continue, you've got to do something that really makes a change and makes an impact, bro, because it's going to be sick if Guardians is like one of the last great MCU movies in this iteration, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? But mathematically, it adds up for it to be. But at the same time, it's like, you don't want to see the MCU go out like that, bro. Get me? Especially with DC, you're like, we are shelling. We are shelling now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioning Dave Bautista because I was like, I'm watching this thing. I watched it twice, actually. And I'm like, and it took me back to that conversation that we was having that he was saying, oh, like, no, I'm done with Drax. Bro!
It's his best Drax.
After watching this. Yeah. So I don't know if he said that. Did he say that before shooting this movie?
No.
After shooting?
No, it's after.
How? How do you say such things?
That was the movie?
Yeah, I think...
Yeah, but you can, Sam, you can move on, bro. But, bro, you read the material, right? He's read the material. He read Volume 1 material, Volume 2 material, Volume 3 material.
And he doesn't want to be
and that's how you
with
feel.
Yeah.
See, for me, with Dave Bautista, I feel like it's a bit different, yeah, because he transitioned from wrestling into acting, and it's like when I hear stuff about him or see stuff about him, it's always like he really like he wants to move past the Drax character.
No, I
I'm with you. I don't think that they should ever say stuff, even if that's what you're feeling. You shouldn't really just come out and publicly say it, like because it's like you never know if 10 years from now you want to put the paint back on and do, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I hear that, but from just the roles he's taken and the progression that his acting career has had, like, brother, I want to see what he's gonna like. I just want to see what you're gonna do next, bro.
I
do you know
can
what I'm saying?
understand him wanting more roles with more dialogue and stuff like that because like even if we look at The Rock, we look at even John Cena. Do you know what I'm saying? So obviously being in that group of wrestlers,
and I think he's not trying to be in that group. That's what I'm saying. That's why
he wants to do more. So,
and I think when you look at the kind of other movies he's done, where you're looking at 2049, obviously it's a small role, but he's in there. You look at Knives Out, he's in that. Knives Out 2, he's in that, bruv. It's like he's trying to do different stuff.
You can tell, yeah.
So I hear him, bruv. Like I think he's got a goal, and this is why I'm in terms of all of the actors coming out of this, I really want to see specifically what he's on and what he's doing, bruv. Because like, bruv, man rates Batista, and it's hard. And after seeing Guardians 2, where it's like they kind of like sidelined, like he didn't really have anything to do, and seeing him in this where he's got way more, like I love Drax, bro. Like he's hard in terms of like physicality, and he's the funniest for me character of all of them, bro. It's gonna be interesting, man.
He actually had a really good evolution, like because obviously, like the other day I was watching the first one, and then going from there, and then I got to watch the Christmas special not too long ago as well, and him going on that side quest, and now him no longer being Drax the Destroyer, bro, that is beautiful.
Yeah.
I
They gave him a
was
good
so,
arc. He got
I
a good
was
legit arc.
so happy for that guy. I was like, yes, like, I'm rooting for you. So yeah, man. I actually want to see what this guy's got more to give us on the screens. But yeah, Guardians was I was really surprised. I was really the camera. When did you guys evolve like that for the Guardians? The fighting scenes, Lord of mercy.
Guardians got it's like a glow up, but it's not. It's like Guardians has adequately moved through the timeline and improved each movie. Even the second movie that we're saying is dead. When you think about the CG in it, the stuff they were trying to do, it was very good. It was very good.
It's just that, again, I feel like it was just the time it slotted in other movies. You're like, meh.
Yeah.
It's just a meh.
Yeah, because that's coming out when Winter Soldier's coming out.
Thank you.
The heavy hitters are coming out. Yeah, so maybe upon revisiting it might not be that bad.
And this is what I'm saying, because that's exactly what I did before watching this movie. I got to watch the first one, the second one,
and the Christmas special.
because I missed it with you guys.
Yeah.
And all of this in the span of 2 weeks. And then going into this, I'm like, okay. And this is why I say, maybe I was spoiled with the other MCU bangers that were coming out at the time. And that's why I didn't pay as much attention. Do you know what I'm saying? Because all the man really cared about Rocket, Groot, Drax. Do you know what I'm saying? But even Star-Lord on this, I was like...
That's one of the things, bruv. Listen, I've been on Chris Pratt's head.
Bruv.
I've been on his head since the beginning, bruv. And especially since Infinity War, yeah? But I think since Infinity War, Chris Pratt has actually understood who Star-Lord is and is a way better Star-Lord now than he was in the first two Guardians movies, bruv.
Yeah.
Since hitting Thanos in the head, in fact, since losing Gamora,
fam.
it was Gamora. Gamora changed Chris Pratt or Star-Lord for the right, bruv. So since then, he's been shedding. And in this, it's like, it's not even like a man was like, I'll get off the screen. It was like, yeah, bruv, do more. But I also think that's part of the focus, the emotional focus, being Rocket. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you can't take Chris Pratt Star-Lord seriously, especially with the emotional stuff. Right. But I think when it comes to like someone like Rocket, who you know is a tortured character, bruv, you can stay there with it the whole time, man. This is why I think like this movie is so good, bruv. And just shout out to the whole cast, bruv. Yeah, everyone went stupid in this. Who's your favourite characters?
Ooh. That's a tough bit, to be
bruv,
honest.
Rocket's not included.
Yeah.
Rocket's number one.
I wasn't even going to say Rocket.
I know. Who are you going to say?
It's so tough with this one because I'm going to say Nebula, you know.
I knew Nebula was
Yo,
coming.
she was so
That's what I'm saying because, like, obviously we've seen
Android.
everyone.
If you man didn't know Nebula was coming out of Sam's mouth, you lot are crazy.
Maybe it's the dark black eyes. I don't know. But,
Look at you. You're lost in a minute. He's locking them.
Yeah, I feel like Nebula. I feel like since she had like a bigger role in this one, especially being with Chris or coming off with Star-Lord and stuff, I was like, right, like she was actually going quite deep with this, and I was like, seeing how Nebula was in previous movies and coming here, and obviously just the switch. Like I said, the whole cast did have like a very good job of what we was known to previously and switching it here. You're like, raw, like it felt like growth, range, everything. And I feel like she, for me, is one of the best ones that came out of this whole cast as well.
You know what? I'm going to cheat, which I don't think is a cheat because I think these two together are just one. Drax and Mantis.
Hard.
Like, bro,
Hard.
Like,
hard.
Bro, watching the Christmas special, I was
hard.
Like, the way they wrapped up Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
Yo, that was wild. That was wild. So, like, just having, and this is what I'm saying, like, they understood, like, yo, even given this Christmas special, rolling into this one,
James Gunn.
Yeah, bro.
James Gunn shelling.
Knows what he's doing, but understands the thing. Yeah, so I'm going to say Drax and Mantis, man.
Yeah, for me, it's got to be Adam Warlock and the High Evolutionary. Fam. Do you know what, yeah? Will Porter, yeah? Bruv, I have hated this guy's face since Detroit. Have you man watched Detroit?
Detroit, yeah. That's with
John Boyega. John Boyega, bruv. I've hated this brother's face since then, yeah. Bruv!
I couldn't hate him because I've seen him do the comedy thing where he's South African.
Nah, it's too much racism in Detroit, fam. Bruv, it's just one of those what, bruv. There's there's a couple man, bruv. Even the brother from Django, the one who gets shot, the fat, but the one with the. Ooh, bruv, I'm telling you, if I see these men in real life, I don't know what might happen.
What? So even in Narnia, like,
bruv, what do you mean?
He's in Narnia. He's one
in Avatar.
No.
In Narnia.
Yeah.
That was before.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That was before the trip. You get me? But anyway, in this, he goes super hard, and I love his Adam Warlock, bruv. I love his like full 100% full power and everything with the mind of like a 15, 16 childish, immature youth, bruv. I think like he looks the part and he plays it perfectly. I love that. And then the High Evolutionary, bro, he goes crazy.
Yeah.
He goes crazy. His over the top God complex, narcissist, I can do, bro.
love it.
So good, so good, all the way through, bro. I love it, bro. I love that. What his thinking process, his thought process is. Oh, I created it, so I can destroy it. Because I created it, it's not genocide. Because I created it, it's not mass murder, bro. Like it's just things, and I'm the person who's supposed to do what I'm supposed to do. And it's like halfway through the movie, I'm like, is he right or is he wrong? And it's like, yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, you get to that point where it's like, is this another Thanos situation?
Bro.
Is this another Thanos situation?
Like, there's that whole...
I think he's worse than Thanos, to be honest.
You think so? How, bro? How?
Because I was like sitting through the movie, and the way he just kept going on about stuff, I was like, I like this villain because man's just cruel.
Who,
like,
him?
Yeah. Obviously, his
You
name...
think why is he cruel? Why is he cruel?
Because he's creating beings and not even caring about, like, that he just feels like they're not even, like, living. He just feels like they could be experimented on, they could be done in this.
But he created them. This is the point.
No, like, even like a little raccoon, bro. Like, he didn't create that. He took it.
He took the raccoon.
And then he's changing them. And then he's like, oh, then I can make it better. Then I can make it better. But he's not caring about the process. So when he finds out that, oh, these things, I'm creating them, and then they're raging, and then Rocket tells him the whole thing. He's like, oh, yeah, now you can do this. Bro, the only thing that he cares about is...
making the perfect...
And I'm
trying to better the universe.
Yeah, and this is what I'm asking.
Bro.
Is the life of that raccoon... This is where it goes, and this is why I love the movie. Because, obviously, we're emotionally attached to Rocket and all of the... And animals, and cute things, and life, because we live, yeah? But he, the High Evolutionary's mind, is past that. It's past that, yeah? So he's like, well, this raccoon might have a whatever 10-year life expectancy. Instead, I can make it the most intelligent thing ever and save the universe.
So
you believe...
So instead of... we'll call it...
So Thanos is like, yeah, I'm going to wax half the universe for us to survive. And he's like, I'm going to sacrifice... So I'm going to... Yeah, he's sacrificing the animals.
No, what I'm saying is it's pretty much the same.
Yeah. He's sacrificing these for the betterment of the universe. Also, no one else except for Rocket can do what he's doing. So are you saying that he just shouldn't be doing what he's doing?
No, not really. Because he's like, as soon as there's like...
So then we get no Rocket.
No.
They shouldn't, like, people, like...
No, because he had to do a mad cruelty to get there in the first place. And it's like, there's evolution where it's like, things just happen.
Natural evolution,
so natural evolution. So it's like, the strongest will survive.
And he's the higher
evolution. But he put himself there.
Because...
It's almost like human beings, we put ourselves at the top because we can create things. So it's almost like, oh, we're just going to get involved. Rather than let things happen, he's like, all right, now I'm going to get said being and just take it apart.
So what should be done with intelligence?
Bro, just let it be. Like, I don't feel like, even as human beings, us tampering with a lot, we're now going past the point where we're like, some of it is legitimately mad. That's why I feel like with him, it's the same thing. So where it's the point where it's like, you see the best of society, oh, that thing's flourishing relative to this I want, and then he's also let the worst of society be there as well. He finds out about it, boom, whole planet's gone. Whole planet.
His planet.
Mad thing, bro.
I hear you, but I think it's the Oppenheimer situation where it's like, with science, you have, like, with intelligence, you have to push it as far as you can. Yeah. Because if you're not pushing society forward. But there is a point where it's like, we've made the bomb. What do we do with the bomb?
And obviously, you're going to use said bomb. You're going to, bro. You're going to use it.
And if that's human nature, are we saying that's wrong, Sam?
To a sense, yes. Because, like, we will also create stuff where, like, obviously, I would say another group of people saying, that's crazy. That's nuts. Like, why are we then, getting butt fat from somewhere to get BBLs to do something else. Like people will say,
I don't know how we got to
but I'm
BBLs.
just-
I don't know how we got here.
I put it as lightly as possible.
To be fair, this is the Guardian, so I'm allowing Sam on that one. This is the Guardian.
I'm feeling as light as
We got
possible,
to
yeah.
BBLs.
But I'm just saying,
In
because
the
we
Guardians volume
just because we
3
can do
review.
it doesn't mean we should, bro. That's what I'm saying. Just because we find out we can do something doesn't mean human beings can. I'm not gonna say like just because a lion does like
He's
just,
not a human being. He's the high evolutionary.
because he, you know what I'm saying? He built the thing. Is like, and then you can see his whole team don't mess with him. Just wipes man out, bruv. Like I was saying, like I like him for like I usually find villains because they got to be a counterpart to their heroes. No, like for here, I was like, the writer of this guy is sick because of
He's just
how
straight
mad
demon.
cruel he was.
I hear
Mad
you.
cruel. I was like,
I think he's.
this is nuts.
Do you know what? Yeah, I hear what you're saying in terms of like you're using the word cruel, and it's like I never thought he was being cruel because I don't think he even.
Of course,
He,
yeah.
in his mind, he doesn't operate at that level
Yes.
of feelings and emotion. So then, once you're there, bruv, you're him. So it's just like, is it right or is it wrong, bruv? You're saying it's wrong. I hear that, but is he actually pushing things forward? Do you know what I'm saying? If he makes a perfect race and that perfect race then makes the universe perfect or better, has he not done a good? Isn't that a positive, bruv?
That's the thing. What okay, even with him, yeah, I was like, what is a perfect universe? Because someone like him will always keep pushing
100%.
the thing,
100%.
and then
100%.
And with numbers, there is no end. So he was like saying, "Oh, I'm going from 5 to 2. He's gonna get from 2 to 1.
He's
to
gonna
0.1
until
to
he
0,
finds
0,
someone.
You know what I'm saying?
Until he finds someone who can supersede him, like he did with Rocket. Do you know what I'm saying? And
then what was he gonna do with Rocket?
he was gonna take Rocket's bear in mind, Rocket's still a subject. So until
just wanted the brain.
exactly until a subject can get his brain before he can get their brain, which would be his final goal.
And his brain was for the sentence that he had already made. The next evolution.
Exactly. So I'm like, bruv, this is for him. That's the process, bruv. It's the same as the man that's working on AI right now. You think these men don't know it? Yeah, bruv. I know I'm making AI, and I know AI is gonna then kill me and take up Skynet us. But I'm still doing it because human nature has to do it. This is why I'm not against man. I'm like, it's mad, but
mad.
what is
It's
happening
crazy.
here? Get me?
But for me, the high revolution he's the mirror of the brilliant minds of Earth. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, bruv, everything that we have.
You're gonna have to explain this
Bro,
one, bro.
so, alright,
Because
so-
I'm thinking about Tony right now. Thinking about Doctor Strange.
I'm not talking about like the MCU brilliant minds.
Okay.
I'm talking about like in real life.
Oh, yeah,
Do you
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, bruv, everything that we have, whether it's technological, whether it's medicine, everything came off something cruel. Bruv, wars, yeah? That man were pushing to beat, like, to defeat each other. That pushed technology. Like,
Right.
even a lot of like car makers. Look at Mercedes.
Yeah.
Do you know where Mercedes comes from?
Yeah,
Mercedes comes
drives
from
it.
the Nazis, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Hugo Boss. Hugo Boss used to do the uniforms for the Nazis. Look
Right.
where they are. They're in a fashion thing now.
Okay.
You see how it is. Like so, to me, when I look at him, I'm like, bruv, that's just what Earth's
the
been
cycle, bro.
from time. Do you know what I'm saying? And yes, you got to think about someone so high up here living amongst people who just want to live normal. That person's going mad, bruv. He can't even have a
Conversation with
with them people. So what is he gonna do? He's gonna be in his man cave, building whatever. He's gonna build someone he can talk to. Off that, something else gonna spring. Off that, something else gonna spring. So it is cruel. You are right, but
It's the high evolutionary.
That's how we.
That's
get
why I
here.
keep bringing it to his name, bruv.
That's how we get here,
In his
bruv.
name, the high evolutionary, it just says everything, bruv. Like, bro, ascension, bruv. That's all he's
What
on.
was
bruv.
that movie?
What movie?
Oh, the one with what's his face? Who? Pirates of the Caribbean.
Johnny
Depp.
Johnny Depp.
Transcendence. Yeah. That's
Stuff like that. It's just like, bro, don't go so far. You know what I'm saying?
There's
It's a bit-
always someone, bro.
There is.
There's always someone
There
getting mad.
is.
There's always someone, bro.
But yeah, I
His
liked him for
performance
that.
was crazy,
yeah,
bro.
I liked his performance.
Yeah, he went stupid, man.
Yeah.
It went super hard, man. Like, shout out to Bradley Cooper as well, obviously playing Rocket, bruv. Like, Rocket was super legit in this movie. I just loved the story being framed around him, finding out about his history, how he got put together, how he even grew his intelligence, I thought was super legit, bruv. Like, I really loved everything that James Gunn did with this, and I feel like this is like a great wrap-up to a trilogy, do you know what I'm saying, without being outside of itself. And when I say that, I think about Captain America, which is my definitive favourite MCU trilogy. And I'm like, even in the third movie of that, they brought in Iron Man, and then they did this, and they had 10 characters, and they did this. And what Guardians did was, they kept it in their universe, and they told it, you know what I'm saying? Like, they were telling a contained story that affected the universe, but was just for the Guardians, and I like just respect that them man could close it out like that as well, bruv. Especially in what we're doing now, where every Marvel movie's got 7. Yo, look at these 7 star heroes that are gonna be in the next movies. They didn't do none of that. They just, there's a new looking Guardians team, ish maybe, but they're still them.
I want to see that.
And I'm gonna keep it moving, bruv. So I love it. I mean, we ain't gonna see it, and if we are gonna see it, bruv, if I ever see someone direct a Guardians movie and it's not James Gunn, that's gonna be crazy.
Bruv, I wouldn't mind it if they gave us an animated series, bruv.
So yeah, man. Final thoughts on the movie. What you man saying? Ratings, all the things there.
Jeez.
Ooh.
I want to say it's a fun, emotional roller coaster. Great performances, great directing, great cinematography. It kind of just hits on a lot of fronts and is a great close to the trilogy. I'm floating around a 4.5.
Say it.
And I'm hoping that you, man, bring me down.
I'm not. I'm not. As the Black Ace Ventura with all the animals that's been that got showcased, that got saved. They didn't leave not one behind. Hey, fam, I'm with a 4.5.
This is to be honest, this is really the Guardians movie that I've wanted the whole time. Bro. So, bruv, I came out feeling good.
Like I said, bruv, like I just love when movies bring me back, especially like off the back of other movies that I didn't really bang with. It just, bruv, this movie makes the other movies better. And that's what I love about this. Like, bruv, diving into Rocket, even the way they showcased Rocket's past, going back as we're progressing along the movie, that is sick. And then the action in this, bro, we've never seen an action like this in Guardians. The camera rolling, moving from character to character. Even what's your favorite character? Nebula. When
her thing was stupid. The nano machines things, all of that, they went hard with that.
Crazy, you went stupid hard with this movie, man. So yeah, I couldn't agree more than a 4.5.
I'm gonna give it a 4.
Not enough Nebula for you?
Yeah, not enough Nebula, man.
Too many animals? Not enough.
Oh no, yeah, way too many animals. Like the whole animal, the whole
the drone cruelty in this. Sam was out there crying. Probably hated the whole screen.
No, man. Like it was just like a very solid movie. Like I said, like the fact that they were able to fit a story around this whole entire cast, super sick. I think it was 9 major characters in this. Super mad. The only thing for me that I've got 2 gripes with is Adam Warlock. I feel like I know
what
it's mad because it's weird because Marvel does this anyway, where it's like there's a slight introduction to a character like Adam Warlock, and I know we're gonna get more of him, which I'm very happy about. And this is a good introduction, but the way everyone had screen time. For me, I just wanted more of Adam Warlock. And I know that's just me just being a bit selfish because we're going to get him.
You're down, girl.
No, it's not. It is, okay, it's kind of like a minus, but it's not like a major minus. It's weird.
They've got 10 characters in it.
I know.
You said that's legit and you wanted more Adam Warlock, so that's a negative.
Because it feels like he was like the almost ongoing theme, but obviously he wasn't. I'm like, it's almost like
I thought that
threw him in there and you kind of took him away from us.
After the first 10 minutes, he was going to be gone.
Is it?
Do you know what happens here? It's crazy because the movie starts here and I'm like, okay, Adam Warlock's the main villain.
Yeah.
That's my mindset. But James Gunn at the beginning of the movie, I think something happens to him and I'm like, oh, is he dead? Is he not coming back? And then he comes back and then I was like, I see what you did there. Because it's like, he built up the expectation that this guy was going to be a major part of the movie.
Yeah.
Then he dusted it and basically... we built up the expectation, he didn't. And then he subverted it by taking him out, letting the story go, and then bringing him back later just to be there. And I think that's one of the things that I really liked about, like, it's like, bruv, you subverted expectation, but you kept the character in, and he was legit, bruv. So I really like that about it, fam.
this is what I mean, and this is where I think Marvel kind of flourishes because, like you're saying, what happened where it's like you put him in, you go and take him out, and I feel like we got his kind of introduction story here, and obviously I feel like it was okay. That's my biggest gripe. It feels like it was more tacked on rather than a fully fleshed, thought out Adam Warlock scenario. Like I just feel like it just felt like it was. I had to put him in there because he was at a cutscene. Was it before?
He was a post-credit scene, but
Yeah.
I don't agree, fam.
That's what I just
I
felt
think
like
he fits perfectly into everything that's going on. To me, it seems like it was such a cohesively rich story in terms of building the character, him coming out, and his impact in the next one. Like her making the higher evolutionary, making them gold people, and then them gold people making Adam Warlock to fight them to get back all this, to get back Rocket. Bro, that is symmetry at its best.
it's just not enough, man. That's like I said, personally, that's with me. And then I just it just felt like it was going on for a bit too long. It felt like, oh, it's gonna conclude. Oh, and there's more. It's gonna conclude, and then I was like, raw. It just if like the pacing did starting getting a bit choppy, and then I was like, rotted. Even though I do enjoy the full feature length of the thing, it did feel a bit mad. But like I said, like in this movie, the way they just subverting a bit of your expectations, that's what for me is like the major highlight. Especially with like we've watching the trailers. Obviously, we're hearing people going to exit. Oh, someone's going to die. Someone's going to do this. Someone's going to do that. And you always feel like that thing's going to happen.
But it don't.
And it don't. I'm like, I'm actually cool with that because the way they pulled it off,
Legit.
sometimes other movies try and do that and you're like, oh yeah, it feels like, you know how what we're saying, oh, you have to kill someone off.
Yeah.
And then here it's almost like the opposite was like, someone can kill someone off, but they actually don't do it. I'm like, raw. Especially with Peter at the end, I was like, wow, are we doing that? And it's like, oh, we're not. Oh, okay. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
For a second, the way his face blew up, I was like, what? Is that my man's going out? Yeah?
I was like, oh, okay. Because he's probably the only one that has said nothing about where Star Wars going to go.
Yeah.
And if that was to happen, I was like, bro, okay. Story's ended, they ain't with Gamora, you know what I'm saying? A new team.
I like his ending at the end.
When you do a good story, people don't necessarily have to die. There just has to be payoff, and there's got to be risk, and there's got to be fear. And James Gunn got all of that right. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, bruv, you're still sticking on the 4.
Still sticking on the 4.
Sticky.
I know. Oh no, it's
sticky.
But that still makes it a 4.5.
It
so,
does.
Boy, guys, the movie is indeed a legit TCN banger. Let us know in the comments down below what you think of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Have you not watched it yet? The question is, why? You know what I'm saying? Go to the cinema experience, bro. It's out. You know what I'm saying? And we'll see you in the next discussion. I'm Sam, Mr. Blitztech.
Revenue GS.
J1 further the Cyber Nerds.
Peace.